Hello all, this is Andre Dyson at Studio 270 Digital Media Lab at Gail Borden Public Library in Elgin, Illinois, and we are now about to enter into the video editing portion of our tutorial series for the summer. We're going to go a little bit over importing and exporting audio and video, as well as cutting video and kind of following a storyline from your footage that you've captured on your iPhone or Android device. So we'll get into a little bit of the details on that and also some basic transitions and find out what iMovie has to offer as far as a cheap solution, which is, iMovie is only for Mac OS operating system. We'll delve into iMovie and see what we can come up with. Hey guys, now we're in my laptop and we're gonna go on to iMovie. And we're gonna open this up and I have a project preloaded, and it's pretty much a documentary, a fictitious documentary that I'm going to be editing with some shots. So right here we have, these are the clips. Here are the project options. Once you create a project and then you go back, it'll pretty much save it automatically based on what you call it, what you title it. These will be your previous projects, and you're able to create new ones. So you can choose from movie or trailer. I start with movie because it starts as like a blank slate, and trailer kind of just gives you, they'll give you templates that you can work with based on what type of production you want. But right now I have something already done, and this was created with the movie template because it just opens up your media and you can import, and then wherever you have all of your footage and your music and your voiceover work, if that's saved in a specific folder, you can access all of that. So this is iMovie tutorial. This is the one that we're currently in. Here are all of my clips, and you're able to, in each clip, I'm right clicking and you can either play it, select entire clip, favorite, reject, unrate, delete from media event, and you're able to import. And now I select the clip and then click the plus sign. It actually adds it to the end, but you can move it around, and you can place it over any other clip if necessary. And this shows you that it's like 2 minutes long, but you can take from any part. So I just moved it to the beginning, but I want this in the very beginning. I can slide this over and now it's in the front. And it kind of scrubs through, and I can play by pressing the space bar. Yeah, so I also wanted to get a stop by pressing the space bar again. And as you see, I have title selections over these clips. So how you do that is you go into titles and you can select what type of text you want over a clip. And this is me giving an example of phone footage and importing into the software. And now, say I select a text. I'm going to zoom in by pressing Command plus and the plus sign. That zooms in. And I can extend the duration of the title or the text. And once you click it, now it makes it selectable and you can edit the text and see what it looks like in real time. So if I put phone footage, and as you can see, if I press play, I could select multiple files if need be, but I've already imported those files. And you have to give it time to render. So it's based on the type of animation that's going on, it might need some time to render. So once it's exported, once the entire file is exported, all of these edits and transitions will be processed and they'll be smoother. So that's just depending on what type of animation is going on. But other than that, you can also change the text. So say it's kind of hard to see, you can change the color. All I did was double click on it, and then this bar comes up where you can change the font, you can change the size, font size, and you can change the alignment. So align the text left, center text, and then align it right. No alignment, but I'll keep it center for now. And then you can make it bold, you can italicize, and you can outline. So here's the color, and then I can change that to something that you would be able to see. I'll definitely keep it bold. I'll definitely change the font. Here are some basic fonts. You can also, based on, you can go on 1001freefonts.com. You can import new fonts. So like right now is what is already imported, but you're able to get more online. Uh, and I can show you really quick. So this is a pretty cool site, and you can check based on what style you want. You would download. Say I like this one. I would download. It's gonna go to my downloads. I can show in Finder. I can select it. It'll unzip it into a folder, and I'll click in that folder. And then I'm looking for the TTF file. And then once I click that, it shows the fonts, and then it install. And then now these are with my other downloaded fonts. And Southern Air is what it's called. Now let's see if it'll do it in real time. You might have to close out of the software if you don't see it, which might be the case. If I look into Southern Air, here it is. That's something that you're able to do, which is a pretty cool feature. Again, this is the slider to zoom in and out too if you don't want to use the Command Plus shortcut, but it's up to you what you prefer. In between this first shot, I have a transition. It's only a second long. That's what pops up is the duration. I can change that duration when I double click on these transitions. I double click on it and I can make it 2 seconds if I wanted to, 21 seconds, whatever, however long you want the transition to last, but I'll keep it 1 second. So right now I have a voiceover and music in the background. Here's my music. Here's my voiceover. I imported this. I recorded this into Logic Pro. This also has a function. iMovie has a function to record in and do voiceover. So if you were to press the record button, the record button pops up, and then you go to settings, and then you would click what interface you would like to record with. So you select your input. If you had a USB mic, I'm sure that would pop up. I don't have a USB mic connected to this right now, but it will pop up if you do have one. So the only mic that I would be able to use is the built-in microphone. And that's a really cool feature if you want to just be able to view what you're seeing and then read back over it if you have some lines as a voiceover. That's pretty cool. But I decided to use Logic Pro and just press play. I press record in Logic Pro. I have a mic set up, and I'm just watching it and reading as I record. And I have my voiceover, and I created this music as well. So this is all original music, and so it's all original. So Earth has its limits. So as you see, it transitions from this clip to this clip. Go into transitions, and here are all your transition options, all the basics. I decided to use a fade to white because this previous clip kind of does a whiteout thing at the end. Boom, right there, naturally. And then all I did was accentuate it with the transition, and then that's why you see it kind of fading from white at that point. But normally I would do a fade to black or cross dissolve in any other transition. But there are certain transitions that would go with whatever clip you're trying to connect it to. Just like with this clip over here, there's motion going to the left. So I make a swipe from the left. And it's not fighting the direction of the clip. So just a artistic choice that kind of makes a little bit more sense. Than everything is a little bit smoother. So here are some options to have transitions. You don't want transitions in between every single clip because then it kind of looks unnatural and it kind of looks cheesy. The human eye is used to TV, which is usually going from clip to clip to clip just by simple cuts. And it's up to you to decide where that cut is. Some of these clips were longer, and I just felt like I took the pieces with the most action or the most movement. Alright. So right now this is at 8.7 seconds. Let me extend. Let me see 5.8 seconds. Let's extend something. So this was 14-second clip. I had to choose. Let me mute the music. Let me mute this voiceover. And see, all I did was drag down. You see how it shows now it's clipping. It's gonna be super loud. I don't usually go over 100, so. But I don't want too much of the music clipping, and I would have to balance the music out with this voiceover. I don't want the music to be too much louder than the voiceover. So that's a part of mixing as well, along with the video. So right now, it's a long clip. I had to choose what part of that clip I wanted. You can see it kind of goes on and on and on and on. But I don't want it that long, so we're going to keep it. I can pull back. Or I could do a cut, an actual cut, which is using this cursor. We'll go to the end of that. Now I can click on it, and then I'm going to push Command B. Command B for blade. And I'll get rid of that. All I did, and I'm doing what I just did was Command Z to bring it back. But if I wanted to cut something, Command B, I can cut this in half again. I select Command B, and it cuts it. And it shows you the duration, so it's getting shorter and shorter in time. And I don't need these two clips. I just cut it to show you. But I can highlight both of them and delete, press delete. And now this is the clip that I wanted to keep. So the pollution ensues, right? It kind of looks like pollution. Alright, and then that's it. So now it's back down to 5.8 seconds. So this is how I made these cuts, all deciding on what part of the clip I wanted and trying to make it on tempo with the music, you know, so there's some type of rhythm. Making edits to music is important. So and then actually to make that edit a little bit more on time with the music, I think I'm gonna cut this scene earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, cut. Right there, I think I'm gonna cut just to make it more on tempo. So all I did was select Command B to slice, and I'm gonna get rid of that 2.3 seconds. Right? So now when I play it back from this transition, 1, 2, 3, 4, cut. Cut. It probably should be right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. right there. Yep. Yep. So those are pretty much the basic ideas about cutting, about music. I don't have the music too loud. I'm gonna throw this voiceover in there and make sure it's on time with what's going on. So all I'm doing is reading what's on the screen.
Earth has its limits. Life has its boundaries.
Now that life has its boundaries, now the audio, because I made that cut earlier, I'm gonna need that audio to be a little bit sooner. As soon as you see the words pop up, kind of like before they're finished on the screen. So I'm gonna scroll down to the audio and I'm gonna do Command B, and that's gonna cut. And I'm gonna pull that back a little bit. And now
Life has its boundaries. Humans create civilizations.
now it's a little bit more on time. Okay. And then I'll go forward to see.
We travel the globe.
Now it seems like it's getting a little bit more on
Pollution
time.
ensues.
So now I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more. It seems like the beat was kind of I can single this word out or this phrase out by cutting on both sides and then just raising this up a little bit. We'll go to 100.
Pollution ensues. Science and technology develops.
That one needs to be raised up. I think these two are really quiet. They look quiet.
Science and technology develops. We adapt. Industry builds.
I can kind of see right here this part of the vocals. I cut the wrong thing. I'm gonna press Command Z when I make an accident. Command B, and I can see that this isn't gonna be lined up totally with these words, so I have to pull it back a little bit.
Industry destroys.
Pull it up a little bit more.
Industry destroys. Why do we hoard? Why do we waste?
Okay.
The time is now for action. The time is now for life. Save the song. www.savethesong.org.
Okay, so I see that the music was off a little bit because we made some cuts. So now I have to make sure the music is on time. I kind of ended it from the words, so all I did was cut off the very end of the song that was on time with it, and then I, pulled it closer. So
www.savethesong.org.
so it's more finalized. Right here is a fade tool. So instead of just ending where it's abrupt, you can fade. Oh, let me take that back. Command Z. Once the highlight it turns to these two arrows, and it shows you if you let it sit there, it says fade audio out, and I can peel it back, and then it fades. So now it's much smoother. Okay, so those are the basics of iMovie, dealing with footage, importing. Actually, here's an important thing before I leave. I'll show you how to export. I'm going to get rid of this because I do not want this in at this point in time. Just showed you how to import that. And now this is exporting. So I have my voiceover timed out how I want it. And make sure this is the same level. This is at 28. This is at 20. Let's get that to 20. So it matches. Now I'll export everything. I'll go to File. You title it iMovie tutorial, right? I'll make a description. I'll say it is a documentary, and the tag will be studio, or it's a documentary trailer, right? Studio 270, that's where we are. And then DML, Digital Media Lab. And then best or pro resolution, it's going to be a huge file, and it kind of shows you it's 3.3 gigs. It shows you what the size is going to be. You can customize it. You can, if you left it at high, it drops down significantly. High quality, medium quality drops down even more. Low quality, even more. So we'll always keep the resolution as much as possible, but we definitely want high. I don't want to have it, even though this will be the best resolution, I don't want it to be that large because I have to send this file to somewhere else. So let's keep it as high quality as possible with the smallest file size as possible. And if you compress it faster, it'll be less quality. I'll do better quality. And that's important for how large you want the file size to be. So I'll do next, and then I tell it where to go. I want it to go to the desktop, and I'll save. And then this up in the corner, this little circle shows the activity. So when I click on it, it says exporting iMovie tutorial, writing the movie, and it shows you the time. It'll jump around. It won't usually be that long unless we kept it the large file size, depending how long the movie is. And look, it's only 2 minutes and 57 seconds, and we got the file size down to a reasonable size. You know, it's not over 3 gigs. So, and it shows you the time, and it's like a pie chart. It shows you how much time is left. And if I go to my desktop, it doesn't show you because I'm recording, screen recording. So it'll show you a file that is created, but you're not able to click on it yet until it's finished. So that's my tutorial, guys, on editing in iMovie. The concept of importing footage from your iPhone. You create a file folder with all the images in it, and it'll be very easy for you to pull from that. That's the best way to do it, is create a folder and put all of your iPhone footage in there. If you have an iPhone, it's going to be easier connectivity because you could use AirDrop. You know, if I go to AirDrop and I want to drop a file to my phone, file from my phone, here's AirDrop, right? And it shows it's the iMac. I have an iMac in here, but I also have an iPhone. And if I were to go to my phone, it shows my iPhone. If I were to go to my phone and look for some footage, or let's just do a picture for right now. Let's see, let's do a picture, and I share the picture. I can go to AirDrop on my phone, and I'll select my MacBook Pro, and now it's waiting, and now it shows that it loaded up, and now it's sent. to my downloads, I believe. Let's go to downloads. Yep, this is the photo. So this was sent from my phone, and I could really just pull from here. And it shows that it's a photo. There's a photo icon, and I could be able to drag in there. But we won't do that. So there you guys go. Once it's done, it should pop up on your screen, on your desktop, or wherever you told it to go. It is easier to access it just to move it later. So like if you have a external hard drive, it might take longer. If you have it directly connected and it's being sent to the hard drive immediately, it's probably going to be faster to send it to your desktop and then just plug in your hard drive after the fact, and then move it to the hard drive from the desktop. I don't know exactly why it's faster, but it's probably just because of the transfer rate and it having to, break things down more, so it's more direct on your desktop. But that being said, this is my tutorial on editing an iMovie. I hope to see some of your guys' projects. Maybe you can show me something that you've edited after you've recorded. If you put together a movie or a music video or anything like that you guys see. Something artistic. It doesn't have to be music related. It could be something like this, just something that creates awareness. I did this just looking for a concept to have to show you guys. So it could be about a political issue. It could be just a statement that you could then post to your YouTube channel, be a YouTuber. Could be a topic about a YouTube. If you're going to be a YouTuber, it could be just a topic that you would talk to your followers about, so, but definitely contact me with anything that you guys try out. I would like to post that. I would like to share it. Maybe I don't have to share it. Maybe just let me know that you don't want it to be shared, but I would like to know what you guys have done with all this information. So again, signing off. Take care. We enjoyed having you follow this tutorial series this summer. It's been a wild one as far as not being able to come in person, but I definitely enjoyed making the content, and I'm glad and I hope you guys enjoyed this content online. Until next time, take care.